What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to ICNV Drives Edition. Today, I want to get into an interesting topic. The pricing for the 2024 Corvettes have come out. There are a lot of new features, many that I'm not quite certain about for a sports car, but for a roadster, I completely understand. So let me know your thoughts on the features like lane keep assist and so forth. But right now, what I really want to get into, and it's kind of inspired by my man C4 and the C8. So if you haven't followed him or checked out his channel, please go check out his channel, especially if you're into Corvette content and stuff about C8s. He's very good at keeping you up to date with the latest new modifications and aftermarket products coming out. So follow my man on C4 and the C8. But going back to the topic, he mentioned something really interesting to me, that he feels like the C8 E-Ray is the better deal, especially for the power. Let's talk about it. So like I stated before, this video is inspired by my man C4 and the C8. So let's dive right in. First, figure out if the C8 E-Ray is truly a better deal. Let's go out there and build us an E-Ray. So I'm going to go to build and price the E-Ray, and I'm not going to go over every spec. I'm just going to go over what I would prefer to have on my car. So let's start by doing this. You know, and I both know, I'm all about a 3LZ convertible. So let's click on that. Next, go to trims, 3LZ. Let's pick a color. So for me, I will do my thought process right now is ceramic matrix gray. So I'm going to do ceramic matrix gray as my color choice. I'm going to scroll down and look at graphic stripes. Now, to me, I didn't get this on my first car, but I think based off what I'm going to do with it, I'm going to go with the extra $5 to $100 for the stripes on the front of the hood. Okay? Or they call them the stinger stripes. Now next, from the stinger stripes, I'm going to go to the wheels. I'm telling you right now, there's no point in me changing my wheels. So I will keep the standard wheels that come with the car, only because I'm probably going to upgrade them to some Aerolarric wheels or some other form of wheels, but 9 times out of 10, they're going to be Aerolarric wheels. I'm going to upgrade them. So I'm not going to change that. Let's go look at the tires. They can stay standard, like I said, because I'm going to change them. We're going to go to the brake calipers. I will do bright red because I want to do a red interior. So I'm going to do the bright red, which is $6.95 for the edge calipers. And then center caps, I'm not that really curious about the logo because, again, I'm going up to Aerolarric wheels and I don't need the wheel locks. So now we got that part out the way. Let's switch over to the interior. So now I'm going to go with the all red dipped adrenaline interior. It's no extra charge. So for that purpose alone is why I will go with it, and it's a bold statement. It takes a really strong-minded and strong personality to rock an all red interior, and I believe I have that. And let's be honest with you, I really just desire to have the all red interior. So I'm going to go with the all red interior. Now, once I get past that, it's a 3LT. It already comes standard with the GT2 bucket seats. I'm content with that. But for the extra $500, I could consider the competition sport bucket seats, and I may But right now, I'm just going to leave it at the GT2 bucket seats because that's what I have now and I'm content with. I don't really care about changing the seatbelt colors because going to the adrenaline red interior gives me all red seatbelt colors, and I'm content with that. And the steering wheel material, I'm completely fine with it not being carbon fiber suede. So that's one aspect I do not need to add to my C8. So far, this is all I have. Now let's get to packages. Now when you go to packages, I don't really care about the rubber floor mats or the roadside safety and things of that nature because I already have some of that stuff. I don't need the Jake C8R graphic package. But what I would prefer is, because I'm very interested in this, the ZER performance suspension with magnetic ride control. So I'm going to take that. It's an extra $500, and for magnetic selective ride control, I think that is a cheap option for that option, or should I say a cheap cost for that option. So I'm going to take that. Now when I get to my options, this is where it kind of gets tricky because I'm content with the body color being all one color. But I do debate going back and forth with the carbon flash exterior accents, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave it all one color because I like that look right now. And it's actually drawing me in. So I'm going to leave that the same. Then what I may upgrade to, just so we're on the same page, is I haven't decided yet if I really want to keep the carbon flash painted nacelle and roof. I won't do just the nacelles. I would do the roof and nacelles, but I haven't quite committed to that look yet. So that's the only thing right now that's in limbo with me. Matter of fact, let's just not get it. We can add the $12.95 on at the end because we know how to do math. So I didn't select that option. The visible carbon fiber ground effects do intrigue me. I actually thought about adding them, but truth be told, I'm not looking to add carbon fiber aero to my car. So I will be honest with you. I'm almost 100% certain as time progresses and more aero designs come out, I will upgrade the aero, including the rear wing and the back. So as of right now, I'm not going to put the aero package on because I know I want to get a really distinct look for my car. So I will pursue that on the aftermarket side. So that's something I'm not going to add. Now you got to be careful because at least with the builder, it tells you can get a rear spoiler, like the high wing spoiler. They will add the cost to your car, but you actually can't add that item to the car because it tells you it's only available for the base Stingray. Now the black exhaust tips, this is an E-Ray. I'm not going to get the black exhaust tips, and I will tell you why. Because honestly, I'm going to probably upgrade it back to a boiler attack exhaust system again because I like the sound. So since I know it already is compatible with the current base C8 Stingray's exhaust system, there is no reason why it should not be compatible with the E-Ray. So I'm already anticipating upgrading my exhaust system. So besides that, now the front lift memory for 2500, this is going to be a controversial topic, but for me, I feel like I don't need it. I rarely scrape now, and I don't feel like this car is going to be any different than my base Stingray, which is on 2021s. And truth be told, I'm probably going to try to increase the wheel size. I'll say that again. I'm probably going to try to increase the wheel size to 21, 22s on this car. Just letting you know. We'll see how it works out. But that's what my thoughts are right now. But one option I'm also really strongly debating on getting is the Jake CR rear hash graphics, just to add a little something different to the color contrast. So I've added that for $475. So now let's take a look at the interior options. On the interior side, all I really care about is the carbon fiber interior. So I want to get the stealth trim package to make the interior look darker, and I want to grab the carbon fiber interior package. And so those are the two items that I actually added. Now, the rest of the stuff, where it comes to the radio, I'm at a 3LT. What more could you want? And then, again, we're back to these little safety kits. So With that being said, me building out my car as a E-Ray is $130,000. Let's take a quick look at the outside picks. So when we look at the total price for my Corvette E-Ray built out how I would want it today, we're talking about $130,000 for my E-Ray built to the spec that I desire. So far, this is a bargain. With the roof up, this is what we have. Now with the roof down, which is the look I'm going for, this is where we're at. Now I want you to also understand, if I do decide to go with the black and the sails because I think it would fit perfect with this look and the roof, we're talking about an extra $1,295. So it will increase the price, technically $31,500 I believe. But again, I still like this look of the car right now. And I think if I did add something else to the car, it would be carbon flash accented rear spoiler and a front splitter. And I think that would literally pop this look or give it everything I'm looking for. Now, the one thing I do miss with this build is not being able to change the E-Ray sign to red. But this is what we're looking at with my build of an E-Ray. I think this is the perfect time to take a quick break and ask you guys to hit that like button. Go ahead, hit that like button if you like the content you've seen so far, and join the ICNV Drive Edition community. Subscribe to the channel. Continue to help us grow, but also by joining the community, it's an interactive community. So if you leave a comment below, I will gladly respond. And if there's something you would like to talk about, hit me up on one of my social media platforms. I'll gladly get back to you with an answer. And possibly I'll make a video about the topic and drop it amongst the other videos and content that we have coming your way. So join the ICNV Drive Edition community. But for now, let's get back to this video. So now let's take one step back to build out a C8 Z06. I'm going to build the same car so we can keep the same spec, but I'm going to tell you what I really come across. So right now, you know we're going to a convertible. You know we're going to a 3LZ trim package. And to keep it moving, we are going to go ceramic matrix gray. Take a look at the wheels, same concepts with the stripe graphics. I will get the same stripe graphics on this car. So there we go. Now, moving along to the wheels, I will keep the same design on the wheels, but I would want to get the edge red calipers. Or should I say the bright red painted calipers. Why? Because you know I'm going with a red interior. So we're going to select that. Next, we're going to move along to the interior. And like I said, the whole reason of me going 3LT, besides having an upgraded leather, is to get the adrenaline red dipped interior. Now, with everything else being the same, we're going to leave and move on forward. Don't need the steering wheel colors, seatbelt colors to change. Now, we do have a Z07 package, which in my wildest dreams, or should I say my unlimited budget, I would get the Z07 package. But realistic for right now, I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to go ahead and move on to the next options, which is the list of options. Now, I will sit there and tell you this. Because this is a Z06 and the color in the red interior, I would have to get the Z06 badge in red. That's just me. And then I come down and look at I'm going to get the same C8R graphics on the back because I got them on the E-Ray. But now I will tell you one thing that you're probably going to laugh at, but I feel like because of the black accents on the side vent, I have to get, and I say it again, I have to get the carbon flash roof and the sails. I'm not going to do any of the extra aero. I'm not going to get the magnetic ride suspension and so forth, nor the black exhaust. Well, on this one, because I probably won't mess with the exhaust, at least right away, I'm going to get the black exhaust tips. But I do know down the line, if I did get a Z06 and boiler makes a exhaust for the car, I'm probably going to upgrade to a boiler exhaust system. That's just me. But now, don't need the front lift with memory, and I'm not going to upgrade the Brembo brake system. So with that being said, let's go to the interior options, and you know what we get when we get to the interior. I am going to add to the car the stealth interior package, and I'm going to add the expensive carbon fiber trim level, or should I say the carbon fiber 2 trim level package. And then once we get done with that aspect, here is my C8 Z06, and the cost of this bad boy is, see dealer for pricing. That is interesting. So pretty much we're going to have to do this ourselves. So we're going to add the $500 for the striping. We're going to add the $695 for the brake calipers. We're going to add the $7,980 for options that I've added to the car. And then we will also add the $1,595 destination charge. And with the car itself, start off at 3LT convertible, starting off at $130,245. Right now, we're looking at $141,015. So it's an 11 grand swing from the car I desire in an ERay platform. MSRP wise, it's an $11,000 add-on. And just going off all the information that I can do today, and what I mean by today is there are a couple of dealers that I can reach out to or I've been in contact with that will help me or try to assist me in getting a C8 Z06, or I can get on a dealership's list if I agree to pay $35K over for a Z06. But most are asking $50,000, and I just refuse to commit to paying $50,000 over MSRP for a Z06 in 2025 or 2026. So right now, with an additional $35,000 on top, we are talking about $176,000 for a C8 Z06. I've reached out to dealers about possibly getting into an ERay and getting on their list. And the crazy thing about it, at this point in time, the ERay list isn't that long, and I can get into an ERay for an additional over MSRP charge at most dealerships for $10,000 to $20,000. So if I'm not afraid to get on a list and be number 21 right now on this dealer's list, I can get on a dealership list for $10,000 over MSRP. So we're talking about for ERay, 140 grand versus 176,000. So right now, the biggest swing from a Z06 to an ERay is a $36,000 swing that I can speak for today. Now, another thing you have to take into consideration, or should I say is, do we really consider or believe that the two specs I built out, because you can add more to the Z06, which will definitely increase the gap. And what do I mean by that? If you go back and add the Z07 package to get this car in its most premium form, you're now adding an additional $17,000 to the car. So that $176,000 price tag now goes to $193,000 for a C8 Z06. So as you see right now, and that's without any front lift or so forth, the C8 Z06 can easily hit 200 grand. Whereas the ERay, when you add every option to it, will only hit 150. So that is a huge, and I say that again, that is a huge swing. And so the only thing I can say to you is I think my man C4 and the C8 is right when he comes to the E-Ray is probably a better bargain because you are getting 655 horsepower versus the 670, but it's delivered in a different way. And I know for most people, this whole electric motor assist thing is new and there is some fear and concerns. And I've been seeing that all across Facebook in certain Corvette groups. And all I can sit there and say to you is this. I cannot tell you what GM has done, the type of research they've done, but I know they've been at this for a while. But the Corvette is not the first hybrid performance car. We've seen it with the Acura NSX. We've seen it with several McLarens, and even Ferrari has 2 hybrid versions currently out on the market today. So this is kind of the transition that the supercar market is taking. Possibly the next evolution we will see until 2030 or 2033. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree that the E-Ray is the better bargain car or the better bargain performance Corvette, and it's a more desirable option versus the C8 Z06? Let me know what you think in the comments. But the last thing I'm going to say about this is, overall, I think this C8 Z06 looks a little more sinister, especially with the Z07 package added. And I would tell you personally, I would just get the car, remove the rear ring and add the Z07 ring. And that's possibly something I'm thinking about on the E-Ray as well. But I want to give it a little bit more time and see what other options come out on the aftermarket side. But overall, I really believe the hardest convincing for me or transformation is going from my base C8 to the E-Ray. And I say that to you because financially it's the better option. But I feel like I'm literally getting the same car and just adding an electric boost or adding an electric motor system. And I don't think that type of upgrade will maintain my interest long. Whereas the sound and the different driving experience from the C8 Z06, in my personal opinion, will weigh heavier on my heart and soul for owning and driving this high performance car. But to each his own, and I can't tell you which way is right or wrong. So, ICNV Drivers Edition, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the ICNV Driver Edition community. This is an interactive community, so if you hit me up with any form of question on my social media platforms or in the comments below, I will do my best to answer them, or I may even make a video based off your questions. But always remember to chase your dreams, build your visions, and don't let anyone discourage you. It's okay to be unique. But as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you in these streets. Peace.